Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're doing another deck tech today about the Realm Eater avatar coming out of Gothic. It's a very unusual avatar. I'll read what it says. Destroys sites it successfully attacks, then becomes immobile until it digests. So it's been nerfed last week, sadly. Before you could attack multiple sites and then digest them all at once. You can't do this anymore. It has to be one by one, so you attack a site, digest it, and then move on. It is still pretty cool. I like the avatar, and therefore here's a list. We start with auras. We have 6 auras, the usual ones. Realistically, we've got Jihad. Jihad is an aura that makes you propel your minions into your opponent's side of the board, some sort of a backdoor. It's so good in that case, because you just get to send all the minion on the sites. Even if destroy works on rubble, it doesn't matter, and you can attack straight away. Your movement, your minions have a lot of movement extra as well, +1 +2, so you'll be very mobile on that opponent side of the board. Very good. Castle is ablaze. Only 1 copy. You have to conjure that on elite and unique site, so that's a big condition for this aura to be played. And it says at the start of your turn, destroy this site and minions on top of it, and castle is ablaze. It is decent. It's strong, but it's also 3 power, destroys everything. Your minion will be included in the destroy everything. Therefore, we're only running 1 copy. You don't want to fall behind just to destroy only one site. Your avatar does that very well. We also have 2 hamlets ablaze. So hamlets ablaze is strictly better than castles ablaze, because you can conjure that on ordinary and exceptional sites. Dual lands are exceptional, which make them prime targets. All the new double threshold land as well that came out of Gothic are exceptional, so very good targets too, which is why we run 2 copies of hamlets ablaze. We also have a sphere of animosity. I can't get enough of this card. It's just too good. You should run it in any air list that you play. We only have 1 copy though. This is not the main effect we're looking for in this list, but it's still really good. And we also run a copy of Year of the Blaze. So unique aura. At the start of your turn, destroy affected sites, and everything here included Year of the Blaze. So it doesn't discriminate. Ordinary, exceptional, elite, unique, everything is destroyed. You get to destroy 4 as well, which is really crazy when you think about it. Blowing up 4 sites of your opponent is backbreaking. It won't come back from this. It's very expensive, so that's the only issue, but we have ways to get more mana earlier on as well. 4 threshold is a bit of a setback, but we run a couple of double threshold land as well, which will help us get there. We have 5 artifacts in here. We have 1 Aether Core. So Aether Core is in there because we run a lot of Voidwalk minion. We'll get to that later. It provides you 3 mana when it's carried by a minion in the void. And it is a massive boost of mana, which can get to your expensive spell earlier on. We also have a Philosopher's Stone. Philosopher's Stone cost reduction is huge in this deck, because you'll be destroying sites, sometimes yours as well. So you can, get extra mana not coming out of sites. It also helps starting back if you blow the board with roots, or all those reset patterns that we have in here. We also have a Shrine of the Dragon Lord, so coming out of the Dragon Lord mini set. It reads Genesis, teleport all dragons to here. It's pretty irrelevant here. We don't run any dragons. But it also have another line which says this site provides an additional 1 colorless mana, and all 4 element threshold. This is really strong. This is a non-conditional Colorado Space or Pristine Paradise. We run both, so that's a bit of an overlap in the effects. I really like that. Moving on, we have 2 Toolbox. So 2 Toolbox will help us to get stuff out of our collection, namely Zap to finish your opponent, Blink if you need more movement, disenchant, which is crucial in this one, because if we get a sphere put on our avatar, sphere animosity, we can't do anything. Basically, our gameplay takes a massive blow. We also have 2 grapple shots, so same, it's movement spell. It is really good in that type of deck when you want mobility to get into situations or out of situations that could be dangerous for you. And another copy of Hamlet Ablaze, because this is a really powerful card in this situation. Now onto the minions. We have 29 minions. We're not running a heavy minion list this time. We have 3 frontier settlers. So these guys reads, tap, reveal and play your topmost site to an adjacent void or rubble. Frontier settlers move there and lose this ability. So this is what you want to start with in your hand. Basically, you need a mulligan till you have one in your hand. Initially, this is the best minion to start the game with. It'll get removed quite easily, but as long as you can manage to get an extra site per turn, you're already ahead, obviously, and this is crucial in this. You want to play 2 sites per turn in, let's say, the first 3 to 4 turns, and then after that we'll get on to the second part of the gameplay with this list. Moving on to 2 Centipede. Centipede is a fire minion, it costs 2 and it has 2 power, exceptional. Genesis ability, target adjacent site is silence and provides no threshold while Centipede is in the realm. It's very good to shut your opponent early game. It costs 2 mana, it's easy to get to, and silence a site could be useful eventually, but it's more about the threshold. This time we really want your opponent not being able to play anything early game. We also have a copy of Vril Revenant. It's an elite spirit, it has Void Walk, cost 2, has 1 power, and then you can pump it +1 power, paying 1. You can accumulate this for as long as you have mana, so you can get pretty big in late game. And the Void Walk is huge in this case. We also have 2 Warhorses, 2 copy of Warhorse, so exceptional, has charge, and it says may carry an ally. So ally is your minions and your avatar, so you can carry your realm meter around. Very strong. Another minion that I really like in this list is the Bargain Barghest. So it's a 3 power minion for 3, 2 threshold. It has movement +1 and Void Walk. It's a fire minion, and I believe the only fire minion with Void Walk. It's a little bit like Phase Assassin minus the stealth, but the +1 movement is pretty much as good, really. You want to play that early in game and then keep that as a threat for as long as you can. We're running 3 copies of Gibbous Night Gaunts as well, so they have Airborne and Void Walk. They're 3 power, cost 3 and 2 air threshold. Same as the Barghest as well. Put them on your opponent's side as soon as you can. Apply pressure and then do your thing with your realm meter in the meantime. Really good minion. We have 1 copy of Order of the Pale Worm. So these mortals read nearby sites and units lose ward. Ward in this case is a bit annoying for our avatar because it will be protected from its effects. So removing it straight away, and also nearby sites, so you could potentially remove more than 1, is really good in this case. They're also 3 power for 3, so which makes it really good. It works as well for ward on minions and avatar as well. Eventually, you know, there's an Archangel that provides a ward to your avatar, so it's really strong potential of removing more than 1 ward just by playing 1 minion. If you move it around with, you know, the Warhorse or anything like this, you can basically move around the realm and then pop all the wards. So really good. Another movement minion in Phantom Steeds, and we only have 1 copy. This is an exceptional beast. It has movement +2 this time, and Void Walk, may carry an allied minion. So as we were saying, if you carry the Knights of the Pale Worm around with your Phantom Steed, you can just basically move around a lot and then remove all those wards. It is a 2 power minion, a bit on the weak side, but it is basically just a min to get to a spot. We run also 3 copies of Phase Assassin. Phase Assassin is one of my favorite minion in the entire game. It has Void Walk, and it says whenever Phase Assassin enters the Void, he gains stealth. So that's 3 power, cost 3/2 threshold. Same as the other Void Walk minion that we previously talked about. You want to have them up in your opponent's side, really close, apply pressure, coming in and out of stealth if possible. This is three damage guaranteed as well. Very good early game, could be a good finisher eventually if you destroyed enough sight as well. Just keep in mind that the more sights you destroy with your avatar, the better your Void Walk minions are getting, especially Phase Assassin, because it kept coming in and out of stealth. Moving on to a copy of Sir Balin. So unique mortal, he has a lance, which is pretty nice. 3 power and 4 defense, so these unique knights have different power and defense. It costs 4, and it reads, whenever Sir Balin strikes an avatar, destroy that avatar's sight, then burrow other minions and artifacts there. So you want Sir Balin to be up and close in your opponent's side as well. Destroying avatars sites is decent, but artifacts and minions on top of this makes it really strong in that list. I've played Sir Balin in a few different lists. It wasn't that impactful, but in this list it really puts on a ton of work. We have also a copy of Asmodeus. So Asmodeus is a new minion that came out of Gothic, unique demon. It has stealth, it costs 5 and 3 fire threshold, a bit expensive, and 3 power. When you break stealth, destroy everything else here, including this site. Asmodeus is great. It's not vital minion in that list, let's say, but the overlap of destroying everything is great because you can get rid of minions you wouldn't be able to in normal time. You can destroy buried artifact, you can destroy a whole lot of things that you don't have means to in that list with other cards basically. So Asmodeus gets a spot in this list. We also running 2 copies of Hounds of Onderos. So yeah, Submerge, Void Walk, Airborne is really one of the best keyword in the game. Moving on to 2 Lords of Destruction. Elite Demon, destroy sites, strikes, and other minion there. So you get the idea. We've got a lot of site destruction, a lot of minion destruction as well. This is a strong effect on the 6 power body as well. It costs 6, but late game play for sure. We run 2 copies of these. We have a copy of Mephistopheles. So it's a 4 power minion. It costs 6, 3 air threshold, a unique demon, and it reads, must be cast to your avatar's location, taking their life and replacing them as your avatar. Once on your turn, you may summon an evil minion from your hand to an adjacent site. Mephistopheles is part of the late gameplay in this list, so you don't want to draw it too early. He will help you finish the game when Realm Eater has done his job of destroying, let's say, 3 to 4 sites, and then tempo the game early. Mephistopheles cannot place sites because it doesn't have that ability. You basically replace your avatar, but replace it with its own abilities. So keep that in mind. Don't play it too early because you could lock yourself out of some needed mana. And then summon evil minion from your hand is very strong as well. We have a very good evil minion here in the Doom of Dilmun. We have the ultimate R as well. We have the Lord of Destruction, and then I believe Asmodeus, and that should be all. No, we have demons here as well. So we have enough minion in this list for its second ability to be relevant, but what's good about it, it becomes a 4 power minion, whilst your avatar basically will be not doing much in late game. It'll be maybe drawing sights or anything like this, and you don't want to lose that stim that you worked so hard for in the early game. So that's when Mephistopheles comes in. We also have 2 copies of Ophanim. They're an angel elite and has airborne, movement +1, void walk and ward. They cost 6, 3 threshold and have 4 power. All the keyboards, again, very relevant. Void walk, airborne and plus movement is massive. They come with a ward as well. These are good finishers late game. You can basically keep applying pressure, put them on rubble or voids where sites have been destroyed. It's really strong. We have also a copy of the Doom of Dilmun. So same, a lot of keyboards on that minion. It costs 8 and 4 threshold. It has 6 power. It's a unique monster. It has burrowing, submerge and void walk, and also can't be banished, destroyed or modified. The only way to get rid of it is to have it sacrifice itself, basically. This is going to be haunting your opponent late game. If you manage to cast it for free with Mephistopheles, it's even better. Obviously this is, ideal scenario. Doom of Dilmun is such a threat in late game. Your opponent will be running scared of it. And our last minion is Ultimate Aura. So it costs 8, has 6 power, is a unique spirit, has airborne and void walk. Again, that keyword pairing really good. The Genesis ability is summon each other dead void walk minion to a nearby site of void. So basically you play this, you bring all your other minions that die throughout the game to finish your opponent and close the game. Now onto our magic. We run 20 spells. Most of them are movement. We run 20 spells. Most of them are movement spells, such as Blink, 3 copies. Card draw is also great. We also have 2 copies of Disenchant. So Disenchant, ideally you want to draw that in early so you can pass, Atlantean Fates, Sphere of Animosity, and all those auras that would literally stop you from playing the game. 2 copies of Displace as well. So Displace is interesting in the sense that you can displace auras and artifact too. So again, with this aura removal solution, we have 3 copies of Blaze. So the damage is what is good with Blaze in here. You get to do 2 damage with a movement +2. Flanking maneuver is a little bit more situational because the movement is strange, but you get to draw a card. So we run a copy of this. We have 2 copies of Grapple Shot to get up and close your opponent. Grapple Shot doesn't need any introduction now. I'm pretty sure it's in most hail lists. We have 2 copies of Landmass. I might add a 3rd copy eventually because this is really good in here. We just splash Earth basically for Landmass and Frontier Settlers. So Landmass reads draw a site. You may play a land site, so you get to draw, so it's card advantage, and then you also get to play a second site, which is what you want to do early game. So you ideally want to start with a Landmass in your hand as well. We have a copy of Searing Truth. So Searing Truth is one of the best finisher in the game, because you can kill your opponent on death door with this. Like Zap as well is one of the best finishers, but you can also draw it yourself as intended. So you'd get to draw 2 cards, take a bit of damage, but the card advantage obviously is very strong. Infiltrate is part of that tempo that we're trying to have early and mid game as well. So gain control of target enemy minion until it deals damage and tap it. It gains stealth. Cost 4, so yeah, early mid game play. And we also have 2 copies of Whirling Blade because Whirling Blade is amazing. You take up to 2 steps and then strike each enemy along the entire path. It doesn't have to be necessarily used on a minion. You can use that on your avatar to get it really up and close on your opponent's site, but it obviously works better on the big minion such as Sir Balin or Phase Assassin, and you get to clear the board with Whirling Blade. Now onto our sites. So our sites have a mix of the 3 elements we're running and then some no element sites as well, which have a lot of utilities. We have a copy of Cursed Tower, so Genesis break nearby wards. This is something you want to try to play more in the middle of the realms, basically, to target as much wards as you can. We only run one copy because this is a bit too situational. Could be a good play, but most of the time your opponent won't be having wards unless you're on a specific list like Savior and things like this. We also have 2 active Volcano, double Threshold Fire, 1 copy of Arid Desert. The same could be good to ping a minion with ward. We have a Bottomless Pit, so no threshold, but if you manage to displace a minion in there, it's actually a good removal. We have Ersatz Platz as well, so Ersatz Platz will be mana fixing. It'll go look for a step or a runes. Moving on, we have 1 copy of Fertile Earth, which is the double earth threshold. So we only splash earth for a couple of cards, but we need double threshold, that's why it's in here. We have a Field of Camlan, which is a good bot wipe on the site, amazing. A copy of Glastonbury Tour, so all 3 elements we're running. A Gothic Tower if you need a boost of mana. We also have a copy of Imperial Road. So Imperial Road, I didn't get to play it yet. On paper it looks pretty decent because your opponent has to play his extra sites next to yours, adjacent to yours, so you get to destroy it eventually. It's not on his side. However, giving your opponent an extra site is, I think, a bit of dangerous play. But I didn't come up with Imperial Road yet into live tasting, into gameplays and all of that, so I can't really speak for it yet. I have a copy. If it's good, I'll add another, but I didn't get the chance to test it yet. Core Crematory is one of my favorite sites that came out of Gothic. It just shuts down graveyard synergies as well, but we don't have any in this list, so it's fine to run it and then play it early. We have Mirror Realm as well. Mirror Realm can copy quite a few interesting sites. It can copy Bottomless Pit, it can copy the Core Crematory as well. In case your opponent wants to destroy it, it can copy the Perilous Bridge if you want to barricade yourself behind Perilous Bridge. River of Flame can copy a Wizard's Den, can copy the Colorado Space or Vesuvius, you know, if you want to do more damage. So yeah, Mirror Realm, really great. We run 3 copies of Mountain Peaks, which is the double hair threshold land. Hair is our main element in here. We run about 60% of our card, or 55% of our cards are hair. So it makes sense to have more threshold. 1 observatory for that top deck manipulation. Perilous Bridge, we talked about it. It's good to have it in front of your avatar. Once you into that second part of the gameplay, you're trying to retreat a bit more and then send your minions rather than your avatar to the front. We have Pristine Paradise. So Pristine Paradise provide threshold and solutions early. Late in the game, there's a fair chance that something will be on it, so it's a dead site, but early it's one of the best sites. So you want to have that in your drawing hand or mulligan for it. River of Flame is good. Spellcaster, no need to introduce River of Flame anymore. Same for Roots of Yggdrasil. If you want to blow the whole realm and then start again, you can. You have a core, you have the Shrine of the Dragon Lord, you have a stone, you have enough means to get more mana than your opponent in case you blowing the whole realm. We also have 2 copies of Runes. 2 Sinkhole as well, so destroy the roots or destroy any other sites. So in this list, it's one of the sites that you want to have early as well. Maybe not too early, you want to fix your threshold first, but drawing into Sinkhole early game is always a good thing. We also have a copy of the Color Out of Space. So Color Out of Space, you want to try to play it into one of the corners of the realm, so it stays there and provide threshold and mana for as long as it can. Vesuvius will be the opposite. You want to have it where it will do the most damage possible. A copy of Wizard's Den as well, so keep it on the back row if possible, so you only get to draw a spell and not your opponent. And as well as 2 copies of Wuthering Heights. Hope I'm not butchering this too much. Which reads, once on your turn, you may fly a minion atop here onto a nearby site. This is amazing. This is force movement for your minion, or your opponent's minion as well. If you have a bottomless pit next to it, it's hilarious. You can fly your opponent's minion into the pit. One of the best sight that came out of Gothic as well. So you got the idea, guys. For that realm eater is, I don't play the game, I eat it. Basically, you just want to start the early game with Frontier Settlers and landmass effects, get ahead of the curve, try to play 2 sites per turn, have all your cores and then mana rocks that will provide more mana, and then send your avatar up and close to destroy as many sites as you can. I think if you manage to get 3 sites in the game, is good enough for your opponent not to come back ever. Don't insist of destroying sites late in the game. You want to switch strategy and having your bigger minions on board, and then swap your avatar with Mephistopheles as well, and then send all those Arphanims and Doom of Dilmun around to finish the job. Use all the movement spells to send your avatar all 4 corners, and then once you've done with your avatar's effects, use all of those grapple shots and stuff like this with minions like Doom of Dilmun, Arphanim, so on and so forth. So this is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give us a subscribe. It really helps the channel and pushing all the videos to new people that might discover sorcery, or people that know sorcery but don't really know where to find content. If you want to comment as well what you would do in that sort of setup, playing with the realm eater or against it, or if you have a list of your own, please comment and like the video as well. You can find all the singles in this list on the shop desertgame.com.au as well, and I'll see you next time.